Hello students, from last class we started learning about statistics, mean deviation, measures of dispersion. Under measures of dispersion we solved problems on mean deviation. What is meant by mean deviation? The mean deviation means first we have to find the mean for the given data if we are going to find the deviation about mean. Mean deviation can be found in two ways. One is mean deviation about mean, another one is mean deviation about median, right? So if it is going to be about mean, first we have to find the mean for the given data according to the data given in the question. If it is going to be discrete, then we have to follow the method to find the mean. If it is going to be raw data or continuous grouped data, accordingly we have to adopt the method to find the mean. Then the next step is you have to find the deviations of x from that mean and then its absolute values. Then for these absolute values we have to find the mean at last. So this is called mean deviation. But then what is the difference between mean deviation about mean and the median? So first step only differs. If the question is to find the mean deviation about median, first we have to find the median for the data which is given in the question. Then we have to find the deviation of all the x from the median, then its absolute values. For those absolute values at last again we have to find the mean only. So the last step, finding mean, is fixed for all problems. That's why it is called as mean deviation. The first step only differs, finding about which central tendency, whether mean deviation is about mean or about median. So that only differs. Here xi minus x bar, xi minus m denotes median. Only here it differs. But as the last step, for both, whether it is going to be about mean or median, we have to find the mean for the absolute deviations, right? So this is what we have learnt in our previous classes, and we have solved problems on these two types, ungrouped data, and under grouped data we have completed problems on discrete frequency distribution. So in today's class we are going to see how to find the mean deviation about mean and median for continuous frequency distribution. Let me show you how to solve problems now. Now this is what the question, find the mean deviation about the mean. So the question of this kind is called continuous frequency distribution. We have a interval for the x values and f values they have given. Since it is about mean, first we have to find the mean for this data. So how to find the mean for this data? Again, as we have done for the discrete frequency distribution, we can use summation. Hope you remember in the last class we have done for discrete frequency distribution. We can find fi xi, then x bar is summation fi xi divided by summation fi. We can find mean using this formula also. But where to go for this xi? We can get the midpoints of this interval. Midpoints of this interval that will give you the x values. Then after getting your x, fxi you can multiply and go with summation fx by summation fi. That is one method of finding mean for this kind of data. Or else you can find the mean using step deviation method, which we have learnt in our earlier classes. We will call it as shortcut method. That way also I will solve the same problem and I will show you, right? So first let us solve the problem using direct method. So this is what the intervals and this is your frequencies. So as a first step we have to find x. So how to find the x? X will be the midpoints of these intervals. So what is the midpoint of 10 to 20? It is going to be 15, right? How? 10 plus 20 is 30, 30 divided by 2 is 15. 20 plus 30 is 50, 50 divided by 2 is 25. So next is 35, 45, 55, 65 and 75. Hope you got it how we found this. Add the lower limit and the upper limit and divide by 2. That will give you the midpoints. This is called your x. So once we got our x and f, we have to find fx. How will you find fx? We need to multiply, right? So 2 into 15 is 30. 3 into 25 is 75. 8 into 35 is 280. Then 630. Then 440, 195, then 150. I have multiplied all these values. This is fx, right? Now how to find our x bar? Mean is, since it is about mean, we are finding mean here. How to find mean? Summation fx divided by summation f. So we have to add all fx and all f. If we add all f, we are getting 40, and fx if we add, we are getting 1800, right? So what is x bar? X bar is summation fx 1800 divided by 40. So 0 0 will get cancelled, right? So what is your x bar? Now 4, if you cancel it with 180, which is 45, right? So we found x bar. So after finding the mean, what is the next step? We have to find the deviation of all these x values from x bar and its absolute value. So modulus of x minus x bar, which means modulus of x minus your x bar is 45. So we have to subtract all the x values from 45, and even if we are going to get the negative values, we are going to write with positive sign only. That is called absolute value, right? Now what is 15 minus 45? 15 minus 45 is minus 30. So we are going to write plus 30 since we are going to go with absolute values. So 25 minus 45 is minus 20. We are going to write plus 20. 35 minus 45 is minus 10. So we are going to write plus 10. 45 minus 45 is 0. 55 minus 45 is 10. Then 20. Then 30. So we found the absolute value of the deviations of x values from its mean. Right? Now what is the next step? Next step, we have to find the mean for these absolute values. So how to find the mean for these absolute values? Now we are going to find mean deviation about mean. So which is nothing but summation. The same formula we are going to adopt. F into, instead of x, we are going to use these absolute values. Modulus of x minus x bar divided by summation f. Right? So for this we need to multiply f with modulus of x minus x bar. So this is f into modulus of x minus x bar. So if we multiply 2 into 30, it is going to be 60. 3 into 20 is again 60. 8 into 10 is 80. 14 into 0 is 0. 8 into 10 is again 80. 3 into 20 is 60. Again 2 into 30 is 60. Now if we add all these, we are getting 400, right? So substitute in this formula, 400 divided by 40. Summation f is 40. So 0 0 will get cancelled. 4 tens are 40. So mean deviation about mean is 10 for the problem, right? So we have done this problem using direct method. Hope you all understood. Now let me show you how to solve the same problem using shortcut method, right? Now let me show you how to solve this problem using shortcut method. Hope you remember this formula we have learnt in our lower classes. How to find mean, which is a plus summation fd divided by summation f into h. What is this a? A is the assumed mean. Out of this x values, we can assume any value as our a. Mostly we will go with the middle value. Then what is this d? D is nothing but x minus a divided by this width. What is the width here? 10, right? So the width. So this width only, since we are dividing it by 10, we are going to multiply it with the number in order to manipulate the things. Hope you know in math what we will do. Without changing the values, we can do whatever operation we want. Whatever we add, we will subtract. Whatever number we multiply, we divide, right? Since we are subtracting a from each and every value, we are adding a here. Since we are going to divide by this common class width, we are going to multiply it, right? That's how the formula is framed. then a question may arise, why we need to do all these operations? To make the calculations easier. That's it. So if you see the previous question, previous method, the calculation involved so many big numbers, right? But when you see the calculation of this method, the calculation will become so easier with the smaller values, right? So how to make your problem and calculations easier? We can make it easier by using this method. So first, as usual, we have to find the x values. As we did in the previous question, we have to find the midpoint. So midpoints 15, yes, 20 plus 10 divided by 2. So it is going to be 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65 and 75. Now we have to choose our A. Mostly we will go with the middle value. So I am going to choose A as 45, right? So what will be my D now? D is x minus 45 divided by the class width. Class width is how much? 10. So I am going to divide it by 10. That is what our H actually, right? So what will happen now? Now x minus 45. So 15 minus 45 is nothing but minus 15 minus 45 is going to be minus 30. Minus 30 divided by 10 is going to be minus 3, right? 25 minus 45 is going to be minus 20. Minus 20 divided by 10 is minus 2. 35 minus 45 is minus 10. Minus 10 divided by 10 is going to be minus 1. 45 minus 45 is going to be 0. 0 divided by 10 is going to be 0. Right? The same way, 55 minus 45 is 10 divided by 10, 1, 2, 3 we will get. Right? Next, in order to apply in this formula, first we have found what is our D, then we have to find FD. So we have to multiply the frequencies with this D. So what you will get? 2 3s are 6. So minus 6. This is again minus 6. Minus 8. 0. 8. 3 2s are 6. 3 2s are 6. Mostly we will get FD as 0 or else a simple number to make your calculations easier. Now see FD plus 6 plus 6 plus 8 minus 6 minus 6 minus 8. So summation FD is going to be 0. Summation F, if we add, we are getting 40. Right? Now let us substitute in the formula. Our A is 45 we have chosen, plus summation FD is 0 divided by summation F is 40 into our H is 10. Right? Anyhow, this entire term is going to become 0. So the mean is 45. So x bar we found as 45. The same mean only we got in the previous method as well. But if you see the calculations, this calculations has become easier compared to the previous method. Right? After finding the mean, the remaining procedures are same as we did in the previous problem. What we have to do? We have to find the modulus, absolute value of the deviations of x from this median. Then we have to find f into modulus of x minus x bar. Then we have to find the mean deviation. Let me show you. So after this, as I told you, the same procedure as we did. In fact, the same values only we will get x minus, since the mean is same, right? So modulus of x minus x bar, then we have to multiply this absolute values with the f. Then we have to substitute in the formula. We got the same answer. So it's up to you which method are you going to adopt. Either the direct method of finding mean in the first step, or you are going to go with shortcut method, or this method is also known as step deviation method, right? You can go with step deviation method for finding mean, or else the shortcut method, right? Hope you understood, and let us solve a problem on mean deviation about median now, right? Now let us see how to solve mean deviation about median. So we know how to find the median for a continuous frequency distribution. What is the formula? I explained in yesterday's class. L plus n by 2 minus c divided by f into h. So as a first step to find the median, we have to find cumulative frequencies. We will call it as CF. How to find the cumulative frequencies? We should keep on add the frequencies. So first one, it will be 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. 13 plus 15 is 28. 28 plus 16 is 44. 44 plus 4 is 48. 48 plus 2 is 50. So if you add all the frequencies, we will get 50. Right? So first we have to find what is n by 2. We know very well capital N denotes summation f. So n by 2 is going to be 50 divided by 2, which is 25. So we have to identify our median class. So which is our median class? The class which has cumulative frequency equal to or greater than, just greater than this n by 2. If we see the cumulative frequency, just greater than 25 is 28, right? So this is our median class. This is how we have to find the median for our continuous frequency distribution. So this is what our median class, right? This is what our median class. After identifying our median class, we can substitute the values in our formula. So what is our median? L plus n by 2 minus c divided by f into h. What is L? Lower limit of the median class. What is lower limit of the median class? 20 plus n by 2 is 25 minus c is the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. This you have to remember. Blindly you should not write cumulative frequency of the median class. This cumulative frequency alone denotes the cumulative frequency just preceding the median class. So it is going to be 13 divided by f is frequency of the median class 15 into, as usual, h is the class width, which is going to be 10. Right? Hope you got it. The c alone denotes cumulative frequency just preceding the median class. Now simplify this and find what is median. So after simplifying, we found the median as 28. Right? After finding the median, what is our next step? We have to find the deviation of the x values from the median. Right? So for that we need the x values. We don't have x, we have class interval. So we have to find x first. How we will find the x? The midpoints of all these. So 0 plus 10 is 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5. 20 plus 10 is going to be 30 divided by 2 is 15. Then is going to be 25, 35, 45 and 55. So after finding the x, the next step is find the absolute value of x minus median. So we are going to subtract this x values from the median. Median is 28. For that we are going to write only the absolute value. So modulus of x minus 28. So what is 5 minus 28? Minus 23. We are going to write the absolute value. Therefore it is 23. 15 minus 28 is going to be minus 13. So it is plus 13. 25 minus 28 is minus 3. So we are going to write plus 3. 35 minus 28 is 7. 45 minus 28 is plus 17. 55 minus 28 is going to be 27. After finding this, what is the next step? We have to find the mean for these absolute values. What is the formula to find the mean? Summation f into modulus of x minus x bar divided by summation f. So we have to find f into modulus of x minus this median. So we have to multiply this column with the frequency. Right? 6 into 23, which is 138. 7 into 13, which is 91. 15 into 3 is 45. 16 into 7 is 112. 4 into 17 is 68. 2 into 27 is 54. Right? After finding this, what we have to do? We have to add all these. So if we add, we are getting 508. So what is the formula to find mean deviation about median, which is summation f into modulus of x minus median divided by summation f, which is 508 divided by 50. So if we divide, we are getting 10.16. So this is mean deviation about median, right? So hope you understood how to find the mean deviation. We have completed mean deviation topic completely. So what is mean deviation? First, we have to fix up our mind about which central tendency we are going to find the mean deviation. Either it is about mean or it is about median. So accordingly, we have to find its central tendency using the normal methods according to the data which is given in the question. After finding the central tendency, we have to find the deviation, absolute value of the deviations of x from that central tendency. Then we have to find the mean for these absolute values. This gives the mean deviation for the given data, right? So I want you to do all these 4 problems as homework. If you see the last question, here the interval is not continuous. It is 16 to 20, then it is 21 to 25, and this is 26 to 30. We know how to make it continuous. What we will do? We will subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and we will add 0.5 to the upper limit. So this will become 15.5 and this will become 20.5. Again this will become 20.5 and this will become 25.5, right? So it will become continuous. After making it continuous, you can adopt the same method as we did. Here they asked you to find about median only. So you can find median and then you can find the mean deviation, right? So with this, let us wind up today's class. I want you to do exercise 15.1, question number 9, 10, 11, 12 as homework. If you have doubts, you can ask me. In the next class, we will see how to find the variance and the standard deviation. Thank you, students.